Tiny.
It's not
wild.
It's nuts.
Stream is live.
It's kind of a wild. It's a wild situation. It's pretty rare that we have that situation working. I'm pretty excited about that. So you never know what you're going to get around here.
Yes, look who's back on the sales floor.
Ooh,
Scott, it must be nice that Coleman's not making up the whole 8-person only situation like he did last year, where he kicked you out, and then all of a sudden we had 9 people, no problem.
Trey's able to. What's going on?
Yeah, Trey can do it, but when Coleman's in charge, we can only fit.
Yeah, sorry, Scott. I know you're here temporarily.
Listen, that's what you get. You get the backup. You get backup results. This is how it works, like the NFL. When the starter's not in, you never know what you're going to get. So
yeah, except for the Eagles that won a Super Bowl off their backup. I'm just throwing that out there one time.
True. Shout out to Nick Foles. Let's get this thing on the road. Let's go. It's Friday. It's noon. You know what time it is. It's time for the word on the street. What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining us on this lovely Friday, the last Friday of January. Can you guys believe January is gone? 2025, January, 1 month, gone. Crazy. It's going super fast. We got a lot of people in the room today. We got to go around the room and get around quickly. From Denver, Colorado, the VP of Operations for BCG. Coleman Ruff in the house, everybody.
Are you working? What kind of work?
New strongest man in logistics. Staying here. I'll take the throne for now. I'll take the throne.
Look at the sweatshirt. Look at the swag, everybody. This is a Coleman Ruffin brand right here. Look at this. Roughing it, everybody. Coming to a store near you. I predict that's going to be in Kohl's in 3 years. That's going to be in Kohl's in 3 years. That's my prediction for you. We're going to see what happens with that. Coming to us from Colombia, the man himself, Juan Baena from Salat. There you go. Doing something fun instead of just sitting there. I like it. Good to see you, my friend. How's everything down in Colombia? You guys taking back your immigrants? Is that what's going on?
Oh, that's dirty.
We got to get this thing off the rails a little early. We got to just get it off the rails. What's up, Alex Winston? I don't know if you know it or not, but you are entered into the raffle for today's drawing. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Coming to us from Buffalo, New York, coming off of a rough week, everybody. The host of the Freight 360 podcast, my good friend and good sport, Nate Cross, everybody in the house today.
Good to be here. Should be wearing a Kelsey jersey, but never showed up.
It's on its way. It'll be here next. You'll be here next Friday for sure. So, Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for coming on the show. You're such a good sport. Always good to have you around. How's everything up in Buffalo? How are people doing? People going back to work yet? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, we get there's a mild level of depression usually every mid to late January in this city, and we're back at it. But everyone's slowly recovering.
Yeah, it's rough, It's rough. Now, Stanton, it's not too soon. Just throw the shade, man. Do what you got to do. Coming to us from the New Jersey area, also had a rough and a very disappointing season in the NFL. The Bodacious Cowboy, Jeff Dickinson in the house.
What's happening, guys?
What's up, Jeff? How you doing, my friend?
I am doing well. 2 big announcements you'll see later on after the show. Check out my content and
Okay, hold on. Listen, there's a lot of announcements. You got content coming out. Do you want to announce what closes today? You guys did something special. You want to announce that?
No. What do we do today?
You know what I'm talking about? Oh my gosh! Oh, Jeff, come on. Listen, the scholarship opportunity.
Yes. Sorry.
Please talk about this. This is a big deal.
Yes. So Christy and I, Christy Knichel,
the wonderful Christy Knichel. Yes.
Yep. Great person. We have an award that we are going to give to a very special woman. We have the nomination. We have been receiving the nominations. We got the nomination form out there. Check out my content. Check out Chris's content. Check out the broker carrier content. They all put it out there that today is the last day to put in nominations for women that you think is deserving of this award. I'm going to give out $2,600 to an individual that can use that to level up. I don't care if it's used for college. Hopefully that person will use that to their advantage and make themselves a lot better than what they are.
I love it, man. That's so exciting to hear. That's good stuff. By the way, somebody's got some background noise in there. It's kind of hearing out. If you got your background noise, let us know about that. $2,600 scholarship for a woman in logistics and supply chain, and nominations in today, I think, right?
Yes, at the end of today.
How can somebody nominate? Where do they need to go?
Well, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Where do they need to go to nominate? How do they nominate?
Oh, you can go to the Broker Carrier Summit. They've got it up there on content. You can follow me or Christy. We have had it up there multiple
on
times.
LinkedIn, one of your posts. Yep.
LinkedIn.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Just fill it out. Make sure that you get it in by 5 p.m. today. And we will do it live. We will select that individual live on the show.
A lot of live raffles going on today. A lot of stuff going on today. It's big, so that's awesome. Very good. Well, I'm excited about that. Thanks for doing that, dude.
We will decide who that nominated person is, and we will do it live on the story.
Love it. Do it live. Do it live.
Logistics.
Thing sucks. Do it live. Good stuff. All right, we got our Chicago contingency in the house coming to us from BWS Logistics. Rob Bussey. What's up, brother? How you doing? Oh, we can't hear you. Uh-oh.
Sorry about that, guys.
There you are. There you are. What's up, my friend? How are you?
I'm doing great. Happy to be here. Been a few weeks.
Good to see you.
I need to get back on here. I was dealing with a little health issue with some nerve issue in my right leg, but I'm on the mend.
You want to manifest?
I will not be a manifest because I'm a little gimpy right now.
Ah, that's good. Who's got the background noise? What is going on? Who is it? Someone's got it. Is it Scott? Is it Jeff? Oh, they doing construction over there? What's going on? Oh, we're going off the rails quick. All right, also from Chicago, back in action, our friend from new company, Mitch Kovaleski with Traffics Now. What's up, my friend?
Traffic Tech. Traffic Tech.
Sorry, Traffic Tech. Dang it.
I didn't see you guys come in. I just installed a new Diet Coke button on my desk. Let's try it out, see if it works. Thank you so much. It works, guys. It works.
Wow. There you go. Nice.
A Diet Coke comes. This is awesome. This is awesome, guys. Hello. Happy Friday.
Man, Traffic Tech. My bad. Traffic Tech. At least I got most of the letters right. I got most letters right. We got close.
Right,
That's
right.
I'm very happy to see you land over the Traffic Tech. You're going to be great.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that, Rob.
Doing some awesome stuff. Yeah, Mitch, we're gonna talk to you soon. You give me a manifest, right? You going? You gonna hit it?
I'm feeling like this arm is there. This arm has something else potentially pending. So we'll see what happens. But I think so.
We got to make it happen. Coming to us from the Boston area, McNuts are good from 5 Tool Productions. Kyle McNutt in the house.
Hey, how's it going? All right, everyone can unmute. Let's hear every background noise we can. Take it, Mitch. Traffic Tech, do a little dance for me. Oh, yeah. Eric, I love that we spent a solid amount of time at the beginning of the show trying to help your microphone, and everyone is like, I'm good. And one person has nailed it. So just know you're a part of a group here.
Yeah.
Also, first of all, I'm addressing the biggest issue in the room. All you weaklings think that Coleman's the strongest one of this group if Bane's not here. That's 100% false. I will smoke you in the weight room, Coleman. I've seen your little skinny mini arms. I've held you in a dance floor in New Orleans. I was the lead. You were the person I was shepherding around between dance.
You see how bold Kyle gets when Bane cannot enter. We got 10 people here. The studio's full. He can't even come in. So Kyle's like, he can't come in and talk trash. So the boldness has gone up.
Coleman started it. Coleman's the one who said that I'm the strongest here. Bane's not here. Scott, I'm surprised by you, first of all. You should have said something. I've seen those things dance. Jeff,
yeah.
Marine guns.
Speaking of Scott Watson, I'll be the Faith Sensei. Boise, Idaho in the house today. What's up, my friend?
What's go. Happy Friday. Back on the sales floor. Let's go.
All right, Eric, just pretend like you know what we're doing.
20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100%
And 100% reason to remember the name.
Good.
What's up, brother? How you doing? Good to have you back.
I'm good.
How's it going?
It's good. I know. I'm at a point where I can actually probably join the whole episode instead of just popping in.
Listen, I think I know the answer to this, but are you going to be in Manifest?
Probably not.
You want to
Come on, Scott.
We're giving away a free
Yeah,
ticket.
We want to go.
Yeah. Well, see, my wife is in the drawing, so I'm really
There's in the
crossing my
drawing.
fingers.
I can't believe you're not in the drawing. How are you not in the drawing? What's up, Nick? How are you not in the drawing? Put your name. Like, just go on there right now and put a live comment in there,
Yeah,
and you'll be
did
in the
last
drawing.
time, right afterwards.
Oh,
All right, let's
you're
go.
in. Okay, all right, you're in. So you're
Bigger
both in. All
question.
right,
Let me
that's
see.
good.
Let's double check it.
Scott,
Yeah,
do you
make
have
sure you
indoor
just
plumbing
put
yet?
some.
Or are you still just living like the Oregon Trail?
No, so we got no, we were able to get the septic pump in, so we're good. But now I found out that I need electrical ran down there because it needs to be on a dedicated circuit, which I need to find a way to get through.
What do you got, a bidet going down?
concrete.
You
Yeah.
fancy butler over there?
I'm a bidet guy.
Keeping
You're
you
not a
clean.
bidet guy. Then you're
You got one of them
a-
Japanese
something
toilets?
that
It just
rhymes.
cleans it up.
You squat and spray. You know.
God, man.
That better be a clip, Morgan. That better be a clip someday on the road, right there. That's awesome. All right, guys, we got a special guest coming back to us this year. He does this every year. I love the fact that he comes on the show in January to give us his 2025 supply chain predictions from Trailer Bridge. The one, the only, Eric Masotti in the house today, everybody. You can't wave to Montel Jordan. You can't wave to Montel Jordan. Like, you know,
I
we-
jammed
we-
out Montel back in
You
the
did.
day.
Yeah, we did. We did. I actually was on a '90s hip hop kick the other day in my car, and it was pretty nice to relive some of the good stuff. Yeah, Coolio. Oh, some good stuff back in the day. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for hopping on the show. We got a big show today, my friend. We've got to see if your crystal ball is going to work this year. We got to talk about last year a little bit and see if those came true. And then we're doing a little giveaway here. I don't know if you know this or not. We're giving away a ticket to Manifest today, live on the show. So if people are watching, if you've made a comment, you're already in. Alex Winston, Stanton, you're in. Alex, and again, Lisa, welcome to the show. She put Manifest in. She knows what's up. She's not messing around. She wants that ticket. Juan's in the show. Nick, you're in there as well. Danielle, Whitney Ennis, you're in. Thanks for doing that. You're going though, aren't you? Are you going? Are you anybody going from Trailer Bridge? You guys are going, right?
I'm going.
Eric?
Yeah, we've got.
Okay, all right. Whitney wants to go too. She wants to go too. She's in the drawing, and Scott is finally officially in the drawing. So listen, here's what you got to do. If you're watching the show, put a comment in before 12:30 Central Time. That is essentially 17 minutes from now. Put in a comment, and you'll be entered in the drawing. We're going to draw that at 12:50 right here on the show. We're going to spin the Wheel of Fortune here with the names and see who wins that ticket to Manifest. And then we need to get your information, so you got to reach out to us afterwards. So put in a comment, stay here until 12:50, and you're entered. Jerry, you are in. Let's go. That's right. Here we go. We got plenty of people in the raffle. It's probably going to be about 50 deep going for this one ticket. So it's going to be a fun time to do that. Looking forward to that. All right. We got to get started today. First of all, we got to talk about, listen, we got Nick Cross on the show. I don't know if you guys know this or not. Nick Cross, good friend of mine, host of the Freight 360 podcast and training resources. He's also with Worldwide Pierce Worldwide. Sorry. Yeah, I knew. I got close. Listen, it'll come
Do you
together
know
later.
He's with Freight Tech.
We got
You're with
most
Freight
of
Tech,
it.
right?
We got most of it. No, he's not. So anyway, Nate's a Buffalo Bills fan, and for the past
Leave him
4
alone, Trey.
seasons,
You're mean for
we have.
Bring it. Let's go.
Yeah.
We see he can handle it. He's a
Every
big boy.
3
Listen,
years
he
we
can
got to
handle it.
do this, Nate. No, I'm sticking up for you, Trey. You're a jerk. You're just a
No,
big
listen.
bully.
You
You're a mean.
don't know what I was about to say. You don't know what I was about to say. For the past 4 years, they have beaten us in the regular season 3 out of 4 times. Clearly, probably one of the most confident teams facing the Chiefs in the playoffs. However, for the past 4 years, the Chiefs have ended the Bills' playoff run.
No,
And Nate and I,
Cincinnati did the job.
4 out of last 5. Excuse me. Sorry,
Yep.
you're right. That's true. 4 out of last 5. That's happened. So we have an annual bet whenever the Chiefs play in the playoffs that the loser has to wear the winning team's jersey. I did send him a Travis Kelce jersey. It hasn't quite made it there. It was supposed to make it there. It didn't quite get there. USPS let me down on the priority mail there. And so he'll be back next week. He's wearing a Phillies jersey this week. But, man, what a game. What a game. How are you feeling, my friend? And thanks for jumping on the show.
So in years past, I feel like when we lost the AFC Championship in the 2020-21 season, I didn't think the Bills even had a shot. I was just happy we made it there. The divisional round, 13 seconds. The next year, I didn't think we were going to win that. And then when it got towards the end, I thought we were, and obviously I was heartbroken. Fast forward to last year, I was like, all right, maybe we got a shot. It's in Buffalo this time in Orchard Park, but Tyler Bass is, can't make a field goal. And then this year, I was actually confident the Bills will put up a big fight, and we're in that fourth quarter, and the Bills are up by a point, and Josh is driving down the field, and then it's like, man, these freaking zebra refs don't know how to spot a freaking football, man.
Definitely on the way. Absolutely.
On the third, and then Josh Allen. How many freaking videos am I going to have to see on social media that clearly prove he had the first down? But anyway, still, the Bills had the ball back with a chance to go down and do something with a minute and a half left and couldn't get it done. So, props.
3.5 minutes. 3.5 minutes with 3 timeouts. Yeah, 3.5 minutes with 3 timeouts. They had the ball with 3.5 minutes to go with 3 timeouts.
Yes. Yeah.
And couldn't get it done.
Yeah.
And that was tough.
So I don't know. I mean, there was a lot of frustration. Like, honestly, had the game gone the other way, I'm sure there would have been plenty of speculative calls that were made that you could have argued that favored the Bills. But man, it is like that one hurt so much more than every other loss that literally I went on Amazon and ordered the first Philadelphia Eagles thing I could find to get to my house quick. And I'm not an Eagles fan. I saw Alex Winston made a comment. But yeah,
that's when you've reached the edge. Like, you've reached the limit. You're now buying merchandise from the team that you guys really don't like. I mean, you told me that the Philadelphia Eagles fans are pretty brutal.
They are.
Not fun to be a part of. So now you own some Eagles swag. The Chiefs have messed you up so bad that you're buying your hatred team's swag. So no, you make a good point, because that call definitely could have gone either way. I mean, it clearly could have gone towards the Bills side. It might have changed the game. There was also a third and 10 for the Chiefs, in which the Bills guy jumped a little early. They called false start on the Chiefs, so it ended up being 3rd and 15 instead of 3rd and 5 potentially. It goes both ways for sure. But here's what my high school coach
touched the ground that they counted as a Chiefs catch. Turns out the ground is the Chiefs receiver.
Here's what my high school coach and my college coach, by the way, both guys who won 900 games respectively as a high school and a college basketball coach, both of them won 900 games. They preach to us all the time, if you lose a game from a bad call, because we know bad calls happen. I mean, the Saints had that happen in the playoffs years ago, or the Vikings, I think it was, against the Saints, where they had that awful DPI that didn't get called. Bad calls happen. Yeah. Bad calls happen. We know that. Our coach used to preach over and over, if you lose a game because of a bad call, you didn't play well enough. Like, if it's close enough to where a ref makes a call and it ends the game, you didn't play well enough. You have to play well enough that the circumstances don't impact.
So wait, so
I am a Chiefs fan.
Not play good football then? I think every single Chiefs game has come down to some certain call. So are the Chiefs not good? Is that what you just said?
No, the Chiefs take advantage of the opportunities they get. Like we said, the Bills have the ball.
It comes down to a call.
3.5 minutes.
It comes down to a call.
It's rigged.
3.5 minutes to go. 3 timeouts. They didn't score. They had the chance. I'm saying the Chiefs take advantage of the chances. I'm not saying the Chiefs don't get calls. Every team gets calls. Do you take advantage of the calls?
Yeah, it's hard for the Bills. They got to go 11 yards to get a first down. Chiefs only have to kind of have the ball. It's a first down and a catch. As long as it's anywhere in 3, it counts. So it's going to be hard for the Bills.
The best part of the game,
when I saw this, I don't know if you can see this. The time was 3:33 when that call was done.
Jeff, it's a picture of you with your shirt.
3:33. That's 666, man. I was toast.
I will. Trey, you make a very good point, because the Bills' defense and secondary were pretty garbage. I mean,
oh my gosh, they were
terrible. How about Damar Hamlin? I'm sorry, I get the feel good story, but he does not deserve a starting spot in that roster. Like, no one in Buffalo, like, the Buffalo fan base does not want him on that field. So just throwing that out there.
I mean, he took out 2 of them.
Travis Kelce just roll through him was actually kind of comical. And I was like, why the heck do we have Damar Hamlin on Kelce on that play right there? So, but hey, whatever.
What are you going to do? No, Rob, what do you got?
I just want to say Craig Allen, who is our president, is a huge Buffalo Bills fan, and told me today, and you guys can look this up maybe, that Buffalo in that game is sitting on a $75 million open gap cap for that they could have spent would have improved their defense maybe a little bit. But I still think they're a great team. But you can't take away from Patrick Mahomes is kind of a one of a kind. I know the calls go each way, but it was just a crazy good game. I really wanted that last fluttering pass to be caught so they could go overtime and see what would have happened. That would have been fun.
That was pretty amazing. He even got it there. Honestly, like just looking at that, like that was not quite a throw that he made.
I didn't realize how close it was, so I watched the replay a few times.
Oh, I know. Well, I had the good fortune of being at the game, so I didn't get to see some of the replays. I didn't get to see some of the TV coverage until later. But I got to tell you what, Buffalo Bills fans are the best. We were there with Blake Lappin, who took us. He has an RV. We got to go with him. Kevin Coombs was there. Some other people were there, and we parked next to a family that drove down from Toronto in an RV. They rented the RV. They got Buffalo decals on the side. I'll show pictures here at the end of the show about that. They were just the nicest people possible. The fans were great. We had a lot of fun banter. But this was really interesting. And Nate, I told you this when the Chiefs got the ball back with about a minute 53 to go. Even though the Bills had 2 timeouts, the Buffalo fans started leaving. That was crazy. Like, we're like, you get a 3 and out here. You guys get the ball back, and you're only down 3. And they started leaving. It was like, wow. I almost felt like their spirit was broke in that moment. I did not expect that. But they were super nice fans, very hospitable. They had some buffalo dip they let us eat at the RV spot. It was good. It was a fun time. It was a good game. But tons of respect to the organization. They're going to be around for a while. I mean, Josh Allen is just – he's a talented player. He just might have been born at the wrong time. He might have been Charles Barkley, a Patrick Ewing.
What do you think about the new Buffalo Stadium?
I love the new stadium. So I live in Orchard Park, the town where our stadium is, and they're building it right across the street. The one thing I don't like is that they opted not to have it covered, and people could make the argument all they want. Oh yeah, we have the advantage out, in the elements and whatnot. But like, no. Cover the stadium like everyone else, and you have a level playing ground. Like, think about it. If you draft some, like a picture like Tua, right? Like the guy can't play well when he's below a certain temperature. If you draft some stud who's from Hawaii or Florida or wherever, they're not used to playing the cold weather. Like I would rather have it be like Detroit, where when you go to that in that stadium, the weather does not impact the game. It is two teams, and you can't blame it on the snow or the cold or whatnot. And I've been to plenty of games where there's snow, and they're using leaf blowers at every TV timeout to clear off the hash marks and whatnot. And it's cool and it's fun, and you can tell stories about it. But I wish it was covered. Outside of that, $15,000 for a PSL kind of makes me want to puke. But I'm excited to have a new stadium. Put it that way.
So that's an interesting point, because football is a unique sport in terms of the weather really does impact the sport. And I think a lot of traditionalists actually like that, but it's one of the few sports where the weather, adversely, it could impact one team over another. A lot of sports aren't necessarily like that. Most baseball games are played in pretty fair weather. You don't really deal with too much outside of like rain, like that kind of thing. You have stadiums that have covers, like in Seattle when it does rain. Football is one of those unique sports where if it was always on turf in an arena, it'd be the same every game. Because those teams are like for example, Arizona Cardinals, they don't get to practice in bad weather. They don't get to practice in snow. They don't get to practice in those conditions ever. So
Buffalo doesn't get to practice in Florida, Miami heat. Like, it's the same.
Bring back the Coliseum.
Let's get as James said, the heat is worse to play in than the cold. The cold's fine. You throw on a jacket, you just get out there, your adrenaline's running. I mean, I think it's the heat.
Yeah, but like we saw some snow games in the playoffs, and those snow games changed the whole dynamic of the game. So
the biggest question today is: did Allen sign an $864 million 9-year extended contract? Did that happen?
I heard that, but I didn't see it validated. I didn't see it verified. That would be insane. That would be pretty insane. I mean, if Nate doesn't know, I don't think it happened.
Yeah, my phone would have about 80,000 texts from every group I'm in about that, and I read nothing.
Yeah, I read that, so I was like, this guy would know.
All right, well, listen, we're gonna have our predictions next week on the show for the Super Bowl. As we get closer, there could be some injuries that happen in this week in practice. There could be some things that change. So we'll do our predictions next week. But I do have one more NFL question before we get to Eric Masotti's predictions. Coleman, what do you got real quick?
We just need the LinkedIn user. It's showing up as
LinkedIn tell us your name. LinkedIn user. We don't. Yeah, put your name in there so we know who you are. So this is a question. This is directly for Eric. Eric, are the Jaguars staying in Jacksonville? What is the status of Jacksonville football for 2025?
I'm a Jags fan, but I guess I live here, so I mean, I know. I mean, we have a new stadium coming, and again, I say we loosely because I live in the area. But yes, so they're here, and they fired the GM, which is from walking onto the floor of our pit. They were pretty happy with Balky going. So
Yeah, he sucks. I'll speak as a Jaguars fan for you. Duval, first of all, yeah, the GM's been around, went through 3 head coaches. How the hell's that happen? Jaguars are staying in Jacksonville. They're just going to be a little bit of a London team as well, a little bit over the pond, but that's about it.
Well, I'm a 49ers fan, and Balky was over there, and so I was really happy when he left. So I can understand the desire for him not to be your GM.
Yeah. Well, I feel bad for Jaguars fans. Our good friend Blythe Brumleve is a huge Jaguars fan, and it's the same story every year. A lot of anticipation, a lot of excitement. You go to the first game, maybe you win, maybe you don't, but by mid-September, late October, you're already just like, this sucks. We're done.
The new stadium does look cool. I mean, it's like 3 years away. I mean, it's in the approval. I think it's already approved from the county and the city. It's like a SoFi East type look to the stadium. So,
dude, that SoFi Stadium is fire. That thing is crazy looking. It's a nice facility. All right, we got to get to our segment. What's the word? And today we're talking about Masotti's 2025 predictions. All right, Eric, give us a little bit of background on this. How long you been doing this? Give us a little update on last year's predictions and how you did.
So I think I don't know, 5 years ago, our marketing head at the time was, hey, you got any content? And I was like, I don't know. I could do some kind of predictions thing. And so, you do it 1 year. So then we've just kept it going for the last 5 years. So,
I love that. You got anything for us? Your marketing team. Can you help us out at all?
Yeah. You got any content?
And I'm like, I don't really have any content, but we went with this, and so then we've just kept.
Was this pre-Whitney? Are we throwing shade at Whitney right now?
No,
accidentally? Was this
shade at Whitney? And I don't know. Maybe it's good content. I have no idea. It was pre-Whitney, but Whitney. I mean, she has helped create it so it's a legible process. So I don't know that my written word is my strength as my human being characteristics that I have. I don't know which strengths I have, but definitely not writing. So the marketing team helps put it in a cohesive thought.
Nice. I love to hear that. All right. So what predictions last year? Give me one prediction last year that you got right and one that you didn't get right.
Well, I mean, we'll start with what I didn't get right, which was most of them. And I had predicted last year.
Dude, this sounds like the right show for you. This is Amateur Hour. Your predictions suck. This is perfect. Let's go.
Well, they suck so bad. I wanted to live them every year how bad they were. So I'm some kind of like masochist or some kind of pain that I need every year. And last year, I, like many people in our space, probably most people in here, thought, oh man, by the second half of the year, the market's going to get going. So a lot of my predictions were based on the second half of the year being a pretty strong market, which was dumb, is what I would say. And so, yeah, I missed pretty much all of them. But I try to hit a few different things. I mean, the idea was to do here at Trailer Bridge, we provide a full suite of services. So we have international shipping. We've got Caribbean with our ocean assets. We've got containers for intermodal. We've got truckload. So we try to hit different predictions that kind of hit all the segments. So from international shipping to whatever. My career, I spent most of it in, we'll call it North America. So if you really want bad predictions, that's me giving you like TEUs through like Port of Long Beach, which is one that I do. I mean, I have literally dart to dartboard.
Yeah, nice. And ocean container, that's right in your wheelhouse. It's hard to believe that a year ago we were still looking at containers that were 10,000 a piece at the beginning of 2024. Like that was just a year ago that we were there. You had predicted that they were going to drop precipitously and level out around $3,000 to $4,000 range, but it looks like a little off on that. What did they end up in, or what was kind of the trend last year for ocean containers?
That one is spiked so much. That's why I was like, I can't do that one because there's the key for all these predictions. I try to find one where there's some kind of like industry baseline that produces that, and those are like no one, like at least for like the DAT does spot truckload pricing, so I can at least predict towards that and you can see it. it's really just kind of hearsay in terms of what exactly it is. I mean, towards the end of the year, when the threat of tariffs came up, it was back in that 10K range. So it kind of did a little bit of a roller coaster ride. So,
yeah, I think that coincides with your prediction this year, which the last portion of this, you said, looking ahead, it's really anyone's guess. That's my kind of prediction right there.
Yeah, basically, I said, you know what, I'm getting out of that prediction. So I gave that one up this year and just tried to stick or a little easier for me to judge how correct or how poorly I was, which is usually poorly.
Nice. I love that. What do you think? This is just a side note because we have this situation now brewing down in Panama with the Panama Canal and China's influence on it. The Trump administration saying they're going to take it back over. Do you anticipate that something around the Panama Canal could have an impact on container prices as well as TEU capacity, which we're going to talk about here in just a minute?
I mean, I guess the easy answer is yes. I think it could have an impact. If you then say like, well, what would the impact be? And then it's like, well, I don't know. I think obviously this administration has come in and they've not been afraid to threaten tariffs or different types of things from different countries where we source raw materials or even finished goods. And I don't necessarily think all of those threats are going to end up becoming reality, but I do think businesses. Obviously, they're making their supply chain purchasing decisions on a daily basis. If I was any one of those people at a large Fortune 1000 company that are purchasing raw materials, I would want to make sure I have a pretty diverse set of suppliers at different locations. So I would tell you, I think it's already having an impact, and not necessarily anything has come into play just yet. Because if you are sourcing materials from a specific spot, man, you could have a really big increase and a risk for your final customers getting the goods and services that you serve.
Mitch, I want to hear your take on this. I'm sure you got some thoughts on the Panama Canal situation, the potential Greenland situation, and cargo container freight. What are your thoughts?
Similar. I mean, this was a 1977 handoff, right? So I think the Carter administration was the one that made the deal to bring it back to Panama. Panama president came back today, a couple hours ago, and said, impossible, not going to happen, not going to negotiate. It's a strategic move, obviously, for the freight. That's what we know it for, right? It cuts off I think it's 2 months of ocean travel, right, to this deal. It's a big deal. I think the Trump play on this is not freight, it's military. I mean, it's a massive, massive military connection point, right, to go back and forth. And there's such a focus on that, I think, just to utilize that. But overall, I don't think it's going anywhere. I really don't think it's going anywhere. It's one of the coolest, I think, feats of any engineering of our world, right? French tried it, failed, fell on their face. We came back in, malaria.
That's right.
Everything. We made that thing happen in
France can't do nothing.
2 years we were able to rebuild that thing up. And so it is, to me, one of the most fascinating things in the world. But I don't think it's going back.
So you think it's more of a military strategy in regards to that. So do you think the end result is to actually control the Panama Canal, have it back? Or do you think this is like, we see this a lot with Trump, he says something, but it's really like a negotiating tactic to get something else? Do you think there's something else that he's going for?
Yes, on that. I think it is just negotiation for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think Greenland's going anywhere, and I don't think Panama Canal's going anywhere.
I mean,
well, they're definitely not.
It's drifting, Mitch.
That's it. We don't want them out of there. That's it.
Yeah, it's drifting, Kyle.
Yeah, it's called continental drift, Trey. Look it up.
Half an inch per decade. Yeah, it's moving.
So it's going somewhere.
Sliding. Welcome, Tyler Gilpin, to the show, my friend. Good to see you as always. The South Dakota continues house
for you, Trey.
Oh, look at this! Oh man, we're gonna have to make more bets. This is how it's gonna work. Oh, I love it.
He literally such a bandwagon. He printed it off and taped it on his hat.
I thought that was a legitimate Eagles hat until you did the flicker thing. I thought it was official, dude. Like
especially curated for you, Trey.
Vader office in Greenland sounds like the play. Spencer, that might be the play, but only in the summer because man, I can't. There's no golf up there in the winter. Can't do that. It's cold. Can't do that. But that's something that could happen. All right, Eric, we got to give you your flowers on a couple of things. So for 2 years in a row, you've correctly predicted the peak monthly U.S. container import volume (TEUs). And what do you think about 2025? Can you go 3 years in a row? What do you think is going to happen this year? Was it 2.5 and 25 million in July? What do you think?
Yeah, so that's total U.S. import TEUs, 20-foot equivalent unit, and I think it's going to be slightly higher than last year on that side. The import side was pretty strong the second half of the year, so I think I do, especially in the domestic transportation, which you can see in my rate per mile. I expect a pretty strong domestic year, and I think the imports help drive some of that, and I think it. I don't think the imports, just because it had such a strong second half, is going to have some huge increase this year over that, but that will continue.
Beautiful. All right. So you think 2.6 million import TEUs is going to be the peak this year? That's what you're predicting. All right. We'll see how that turns out last year. Now, we do have to say that when talking about Class 8 truck orders, this is one I'm proud of you, because you were bullish last year on Class 8 truck orders. It didn't quite materialize. You were off by only about 15%. But you're not letting that stop you this year. You're not doing anybody's guess prediction. You actually have a prediction for this. What do you think is going to happen with Class 8 truck orders in 2025?
Yeah, I think the second half of the year, the orders are going to pick up. I mean, trucking companies like ourselves, in terms of having assets, make purchasing decisions based on really two things: demand, and also if we need to, replenish current stock. And when transportation markets are down, we try to stay away. We try to stay away from purchases as much as possible. And I do see a strong domestic freight market, so I think that's going to increase. I think I mentioned, it was in the news that the Bill Gates Foundation bought a bunch of PACCAR stock, which manufacture Class 8 trucks. So, I think that's in kind of belief as well, that you're going to see more of that this year. If the good market, in terms of a better domestic truckload market, comes, so then I think you're going to see an increase in orders.
Yeah, because last year you said that, or you were predicting a little bit higher, but it peaked at 34,000 units in November. You're thinking that this year it's going to peak around 45,000 units. Pretty big jump, but you're confident that it's going to take place. What month do you think that's going to take place? Let's just add one more prediction. It wasn't a part of your original prediction. What month do you think that's going to happen in? This is a bonus.
Yeah, the peak purchasing is usually kind of like springtime or fall time. So we'll go October. We'll go fall October.
October, 45,000 units. That's the prediction. We'll have to hold you to that and see how you do on that when you come back next year on that one. Very good. All right. Also, we're going to talk about monthly spot rates, DAT monthly dry van spot rates. This isn't the one that not so great last year, more than 10% off of the predictions last year. They were at $214 a mile in January of last year. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen this year? 2021, here we start. We're at $221 per mile on the DAT monthly dry van spot rates. What do you think is going to happen here in 2025?
Yeah, and that's come back a little bit. I think it's like 217 or 218 right now. But I believe it's going to go up quite a bit. I mean, I'm putting an increase up over another basically 15% to get to 244 from where we're at today. There's been in the marketplace, there's increases 5% to 15%. So I'm kind of just in kind of normal expected increase. Morgan Stanley does a prediction. They do one every month where they do a 6-month and 12-month prediction. Their 12-month prediction, I think I listed in here, they put a 30-cent increase. So that would be a little bit more bullish than what I've been. So they've been like crazy bullish for a long time, but that didn't come to fruition. So we'll see. 244. There's my number.
I think we're all ready for rates to go up. I think it's going to be great for everybody, for the industry in that regard. So we'll see what happens with that. So you're going 244 mile for the vans. Anybody else on the panel have any other thoughts about that?
I think rates are going up, but I think they're starting to dip right back down as we speak, right? So ATA says domestic trucking growth 1.6% in 2025. I think a lot of people thought that was going to be a bigger number. We'll see spot boards increase significantly, of opportunity for some of that, but I don't think we're having this big spike that we all think we're going to have going into this, at least real time right now.
I think COVID really screwed up the expectation on what an increase or a decrease looks like. It's like the recency bias of it all. If you go back to 2005 to 2019, 2020, the changes were not nearly as drastic as what we saw in COVID, and so it's like we have to almost reset our mind that an increase of 10-15% is probably more normal to the mean and opposed to what we had before. So that's interesting. Okay, last one, Eric. Fuel. Now, this is one where you missed badly last year, but in our favor, in the driver's favor, you predicted it would be a little bit higher. You missed by about 64 cents. in terms of peak diesel fuel prices per gallon. And this year, you think it's going to go up a little bit, but what's your prediction overall?
So, I mean, fuel, obviously, there's lots of different factors that play in the price of fuel. Some of them are global, some of them are just domestic usage. So, if it's usually a strong freight market, you do see diesel prices increase, supply and demand. But there are lots of other things. Going along with the other trend lines that I have, I would see it rising a little bit this year, and that's where the prediction comes from.
And you actually included the new hit show Landman as a justification for your prediction. Talk about that.
Yeah, has the panel here from 16
I've seen
Landman. Okay.
Yeah.
Great show. Not that obviously it's somewhat fictionalized. I'm sure there's obviously some true stories involved in that. But just the stress, or just relating to someone that has work stress and family stress and all these kinds of stresses, and trying to figure out from some type of managerial leadership position, I did find some kind of weird symmetry in that, and just really enjoyed it. And so, yeah, it got me thinking even more about fuel prices this year.
Billy Bob Thornton was born to play that role. Like, if there's a role that fits somebody, it's like Jason Sudeikis playing Ted Lasso. Like, it just seems like they were born to play that role. So,
Billy Bob
Hal, you don't
Thornton
agree?
was born to play. No, Bad Santa was his role of a lifetime. He Chef's Kiss. He was amazing in that movie.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, both of them were good, but I'll tell you, I see this one. I see authenticity with him in that movie. So, or that
Same
show,
with Bad Santa.
Definitely a good one. All right. Fair enough. I think this one's a little more realistic.
High school football coach for me.
That's true. He's had some good roles. That's for sure. He did a good job in Armageddon back in the day too. To throw back to
he was great in Angelina Jolie.
What?
All right, well, we'll move on from that. All right. Okay. Moving on. Okay, so lastly, we got some sports predictions. We got to go over those really quickly. I love these. Have you ever gotten these right? These are tough, dude. You're predicting golf championships.
Yeah.
Like, that's 1 out of 250 players. Like, that's a tough one to pick. Have you got any of these right in your time predicting golf winners?
So I've not done the golf is a new one. I did a baseball, which I got the Braves right. I did a basketball where I got the Warriors correct. I missed the NFL the last 2 years. So this is the 5th year. I just thought I'd mix it up. I figured this way now. I agree with you. There's 250 golfers that'll be playing at all these events, but I am, if the USA wins, I got one of my predictions right. So I'm going to only having one chance.
Yeah, that's a 50-50. The Ryder Cup is a 50-50 for sure. I noticed you're not.
I got 6 chances of winning. So if I win one of these 6, I feel like I won, guys.
I noticed you're not predicting the Super Bowl again. You did predict the Niners to win last year. They got there, didn't win it. You're not predicting the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl this year. You decided you're not doing an NFL prediction.
I'm not. I just golf. I did 6 different events, and if I win one of these 6, I'm going to say I won my sports prediction as far as I'm concerned.
All right, so you got Ludwig Abear winning the Players Championship. That guy's a stud. I could totally believe that. I mean, he hits it a long ways and is phenomenal. You got Rory completing the career Grand Slam at the Masters. I would love to see that. That would be a phenomenal win. That's for sure.
Me too.
Max Homa, PGA Championship, first major. Scotty Scheffler, you have to give him one because he's probably going to win one. U.S. Open.
More than one, but I feel like if I just
he's probably going to finish top 10 in all 4. Going to win at least one. I mean, crazy. Tommy Fleetwood winning the Open Championship. I could see that as well. The guy's a ball striker and Open Championship. You have to be able to strike the ball well and play well over there. And you got the USA winning the Ryder Cup, of course. That's a good pick. But they better do a good job of picking the right players and not playing that best buds kind of situation they did last time with Zach Johnson. So Keegan Bradley.
You think Xander was a fluke last year? You think the 2 majors was nothing?
Xander was a good pick. Justin Thomas, a little questionable. A couple of the guys that weren't in form. Not taking Bryce.
I'm saying for Eric's predictions this year, you're saying Xander's taking nothing, like no majors, nothing.
I mean, I would be surprised if Xander wins, but this is the hard part about golf. You have to pick one person out of 160. You can make a case for 25 guys.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
Definitely on the list. I'd probably pick Scotty for 2 of them, but I wanted to mix it up a bit.
Well, Xander won 2. There could be a little bit of kind of a hangover from that. I mean, he had a great year last year. 1-2. That's a heck of a year. Hard to repeat, but he could definitely do it. He's a stud. Floodgates could open, that's for sure. So, all right, Eric, we appreciate you coming on and doing the 2025 predictions. I can't wait to bring you back next January to see how you did to see actually how they turned out. So appreciate you coming on the show to do that. All right, folks, listen, we are 5 minutes away from the drawing, and we've got the wheel ready to go. We're going to do this in 5 minutes. So if you got to go to the restroom, come on back. Juan, what do you got?
Wait. We need to ask him the numbers for the next Powerball.
I mean, it's not going to be right. I think we've established that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
No,
not going to work out. Not going to be right. All right, well, cool. Very good. Well,
43.
yeah, give us one number. You get one right, Eric. We'll give you credit for that. One number for the Powerball. All right, finally, we're going to close out today with sad news, and I hate to do this before we give away the ticket, but incredibly sad to see the plane crash in DC and the Black Hawk helicopter in that situation. I don't know about you guys. I can't believe that happened. I mean, I haven't been able to catch up with the news too much in that regard. Does anybody know? Have they figured out any reason why that happened? I know the Black Hawk was flying dark, didn't have his transponder on. Man, like that's wild. I mean, I fly a lot. We all fly a lot. When you get on a plane, you just don't even think that that's possible for something like that to happen. I mean, that was pretty wild.
You're landing. You're right there.
Right. You're right there. I mean, that's
horrible.
That's pretty crazy to think about that.
Trey, I'll give you a little insight for what it's worth. So I'm in the National Guard. I'm in an aviation unit with Blackhawks in New York. We got a text message from our state level aviation officer that got passed down, basically saying one of the recent issues with pilots is being on their cell phone while they're flying. Swear to God. So it could be, and a lot of those guys, they do what's called RL progressions as readiness level training, where they have to go, they fly dark under night vision goggles. It's standard. They have to have a certain amount of hours and maneuvers to stay current. And it could be very possible that just pilot error. I mean, we had a fatal crash in New York a few years back. Same thing. It was 3 people in the Black Hawk in the Rochester, New York area. And they do, the whole NTSB, they do their investigation, and 99% of the time when this stuff happens, it's pilot error. They did, doing something they weren't supposed to do, or someone lost focus, or, maybe they're on their phone. Who knows? I'm not going to speculate they're on their phone, but I'll tell you, that's what we've been hearing in New York State, at least, that the biggest aviation officer issues are. So who knows?
What would a pilot? What would a military pilot be doing on their phone on a Black Hawk helicopter? Is there Wi-Fi?
TikTok.
Like what? I mean, they fly low.
No, you can
baby. You gotta check out TikTok.
100%. You can get cell service. I've flown in a Black Hawk hundreds of times, and you could get cell service, but
most
shouldn't be
line
on
of
the
sight.
phone. I think what they're saying is you have 2 pilots in the front there, and you have a crew chief in the rear behind them that's kind of giving them extra visibility on what's all around them. But shouldn't be on your phone. But what could have happened is one pilot maybe was. And again, I'm not suggesting this happened in this situation, but it's been a complaint that's happened in New York State in our aviation units, is pilots that have been on their phone texting or doing whatever when they should not be doing that when they're in that position. So,
wow,
you never know. But it could have been a variety of other things that took their attention away. It could have been, night vision goggles. If anyone's ever worn them, your depth perception, it goes to just about nothing, and also your the way that you pick up lights around you. How do you know? It could be that they mistaked a ground light for a light, on an aircraft. Yeah. It could have been they're looking at the wrong aircraft. I have no idea. So I think
that's so wild to think about, man.
And then in the coming days and weeks, but it is a tragedy.
That's crazy. Well, thanks for the insight. I didn't realize that you had the insight on that, but always like to ask. That's helpful to understand. But gosh, that's so tragic. But man, you get on a plane, you just don't think those kind of things are going to happen. I think I was talking to a friend recently who just said, "Man, it's just a reminder. Like, every day you wake up, man, just be grateful, be thankful. Another day, we got more oxygen in our lungs, bodies are working. We can go to work, do what we need to do, because you just never know. It's just never know. So." Pretty wild to think about that, but hopefully they get some things figured out and put in some procedures that prevent that from happening. I'm actually surprised that pilots have cell phones with them on while they're on mission, like while they're mission. I'm not military, I don't know, but that actually kind of surprises me that they're using cell phones while they're doing military work. I don't know. Maybe I'm just naive about that. But
it was the biggest.
Because like the infrareds on your iPhone that are flashing, like you don't see this usually, you can't see it itself. But if you see yourself on a camera, an IV, you'll see that the iPhone is flashing your face every 10 seconds. So if you're wearing night vision goggles, that's just continuously blinding you. So it'd be like kind of very like doesn't one
Weird.
thing doesn't
You
go
think
with
it's
the
drones?
Yeah,
Juan?
yeah. Weird. All right, folks, listen, we got to pause this conversation because it is now 12:50. It is time to give away a ticket to Manifest. I'm so excited about this. Let's go. Okay, so we got the wheel here. Everybody's name is on it. If you're watching, just look at that. Make sure your name is on it. Hopefully everybody's name is on that. That's the correct one. Do we have everyone's name on there?
Who's
Let's see.
Benjamin Kowalski?
He wants to win something. Is Lisa on there? I don't see Lisa on there.
I see
oh,
two
there's
on.
I see.
I just
Okay,
see
all
her
right. She's
name.
on. Okay, all right. Okay, all right.
Let's go.
Here we go, everybody. I love how Danielle she's manifesting this. She's like, look at this. She's got this one here, flight, hotel, ticket. Let's go. Let's see. Let's see what happens. All right, here. We're gonna roll it here. I have no control except hitting a button, and once we do that, it is completely out of my control. Let's
Eric,
see who
make a
wins the
prediction.
ticket.
Eric, make a prediction. Who do
Eric,
you think's
who's
gonna win?
winning, Eric? Who's getting it?
Lisa.
Oh,
Lisa.
boy.
Okay. Lisa, you are being predicted to win. Here we go. If you don't win, Eric's going to buy you a ticket.
Bloom.
That's
I'm
what he
taking
said.
Courtney Bloom.
Here we go, everybody. And spin it. Let's see who wins. This is our first time doing this. Let's see who wins. Ooh.
No way.
Oh, Scott. Oh, Scott, you were so close. Scott, you were so close. Gary, congratulations. We got a winner, Gary Leahy. Congratulations. You are the winner of the Manifest ticket giveaway. We got to get your information. So make sure you send an email to morgan@betaconsultinggroup.com so that we can get that information from you, get you signed up. Congratulations on that. Thank you to everybody else for playing. Dude, that was exciting. That was I was looking for Scott. Scott, you were so close.
Scott, almost.
Hey, how many was it? How many was the final count? That was a lot.
That was quite a few. I don't know. We'll have to count them up here in just a minute. There's probably 40 or 45, something like that.
32, I think.
Good.
Yep, quite a few names. So congratulations, Gary. We're excited for you. We'll see you at Manifest. Make sure you get with Morgan to get that information. We'll get you registered for the event. Scott, so close. We were so close to actually getting to meet in person. Man, I'm so disappointed by that. That's just terrible. All right, everybody, we got to finish the show the way that we always finish it, with a little bit of This Week in Pictures. There you are, Gary. Hey, Gary, get Robert Payne. Throw the flag. Throw the flag, man. Totally rigged. That's how it works. Yeah, Gary, get with Morgan and she'll get you registered for Manifest. And make sure you come up and see us. We're actually doing an episode of Word on the Street on Tuesday from 9 to 11 local time. So come by and jump on the set and talk to us about your emotions when you saw that name pop up. Looking forward to having you there. All right, let's go ahead and do a little bit of This Week in Pictures. What do we got? First one up is, let's scroll it up there. Ooh, Rob.
So, I just did some funny. I ended up having an issue. I had to get some rehab, so I was in a rehab facility for a couple of days there. And that's my final dinner, which was a pasta thing, and that's me shaving, and that's my thing on my foot. And that's Miles with a bird. Our bird laid 6 eggs, 5 hatched, and 4 lived, and that's one of them.
Nice, very cool. Congratulations. Are you guys gonna have them around the house? So like, what's the plan?
No, we're actually getting rid of all 4 plus the parents. So
just a little fun science experiment, just to have a good time.
Yeah, Miles wants a cat, so it's not gonna work.
One way to teach the birds and the bees.
Love that. All right, next up, who do we got next here? Oh, get up there. Oh, myself. Okay, so I got to be at Charlotte Motor Speedway. That's Dan Lindsay and I up in the upper left-hand corner looking for the next BCS, although that may have some adjustments on that. Had the chance to go visit with my friend Maurice. Oh, my gosh. What is wrong with me? I just blanked on her name. Last name Brown. Somebody help me.
Uh-oh. You're getting old.
Holy moly.
Oh, we might have to put you out the pasture.
That is really
James.
We'll come back.
Frank,
Marina
Evan,
Brown.
Rick,
I almost said
Billy,
Marissa.
Jeffy,
So embarrassing. But Marina Brown. Stop. Shut up. All right. That's Marina Brown over at Moniva. You're getting muted, my friend. Got to go to the Charlotte Hornets game with Dan and Stanton Von Cannon there. Got to see my buddy David Klasser in Kansas City, which is really good. Marina, I'm so sorry. I had Marissa in my head. Like, what is that? I talk to you every day. Marina Brown over at Moniva. We went and saw our friends over at Seth Mars, so that was good. What else we got? We got some more pictures. Let's go. Slide them around. Oh, yeah. Chiefs had a great time. Look at the lower left-hand corner. Those are the Bills fans with the RV. they put a sticker of the Chiefs' best player, the referee, on there, which was great. Had a fabulous time with Blake. Got to see my mom. Got to see the AFC Championship celebration. Got to go work out at Sims Global Logistics, my buddy Chris Wood. So had a good time with that. It was a blast to get to do that. What else we got? We got some other pictures here. Who else submitted pictures? Anyone else? Or is that it?
No, I didn't wear a kid's jersey this week, so I didn't submit anything.
That's not a kid-sized jersey. That is actually an adult-sized
Prove it.
jersey.
Let's see the tag. Otherwise,
I'll wear it next week on the show, and we'll have that for sure. But
the one you sent me a few years ago was definitely a youth. I can confirm.
Yes, 100%. That's all I had. I didn't have any until I started buying the Super Bowl jerseys. But now you're getting the real thing, my friend. You'll have something that will fit comfortably. You'll be just fine. So, all right, we're going to finish the show with this. Eric, lastly, talk about Trailer Bridge. What's on the horizon for you guys? I know you're dabbling in new things all the time. You got brokerage, you got the ocean freight, the stuff in the Caribbean. By the way, are you going to call it the Gulf of Mexico or the Gulf of America with all your work down there?
America.
Well, we service the Caribbean, not the Gulf, so I'm going to stay out of that debate.
Smart.
Designation changed per nationally, then we'll do that. Like you said, we have a domestic truckload rail business. Probably, the part of the business that we've had some really exciting news recently has actually been our government business. We've won we're participants on 2 really large contracts, and also won a single source opportunity in Denmark, where we are the provider for 5 years of loading and unloading government shipments, freight shipments that go in and out of Denmark. So that's really exciting, and we're participating in a conference in Poland in March, and that's a really big opportunity for us, the whole European and government market. So that's probably one of the newest exciting things going on here at Trailer Bridge.
Marching on the path of world domination. I've heard a lot of good things about Poland. Like, that's a great country, beautiful, a lot of cool stuff over there. So that'll be fun, man. That's
It'll be
awesome.
my first time. So I've only done, I've done Paris and Scotland, or United Kingdom and Italy. So I need a lot more to knock off.
Yeah, that's going to be a good time. All right, everybody. Well, hey, we're actually going to close the show early today. Look at that. We've rarely done this. We've rarely gotten finished ahead of time. Congratulations once again to Gary Leahy. Looking forward to seeing you out in Manifest in about a week and a half in Vegas. It's going to be awesome. And for everybody else, thanks for joining the show. Nate, my friend, see you next week. That jersey is going to look great on you. I can't wait to get you on the show with that. And Eric, thanks for joining the show, man. We got to hit the golf course soon, my friend.
You got it. Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. Peace out. Till next time. Word on the street.
Okay.